Welcome to this video today, which is all about a common problem that traders have, which is hanging on to their profits. Now, a lot of traders will have a big open profit, then suddenly it disappears, or even worse, they're at a loss. And I always ask people, give me some ideas for videos, and someone wrote to me, sent me this little clip. It's a commercial, and said, why does this always happen to me in the markets? I found it actually quite amusing, but it is a great analogy. It happens to all traders at some point in terms of giving profits back to the market. What we're going to do in this video is look at how to hold on to your profits and maximise them. So here's the clip. We're back in about 20 seconds.
The tastiest, most tender salmon, which is exactly what we at John West want.
Back after that short clip there. Now, I'm sure we've all felt like the bear at some point, making a lot of money in the markets. We're feeling clever, we're going to make more money, we're clapping ourselves at our good fortune, and then suddenly the market hits us hard, takes our cash. Now, in terms of it being hard to hang on to profits, I really do believe it's a major problem. And I think the reason it is a major problem for most traders is due to the attitude that they have to money, and also being unable to control the response that you get on a hormonal level and an emotional level when there's a big profit sitting in front of you. So I want to just quickly go through 5 emotional responses that we have to money, and when I've gone through those, then we'll go through how to combat the responses. But here are the 5 responses. I'm just going to go through them, and then we'll discuss how to combat them. Right, here's some emotional responses to money which I believe cause traders to give back their profits, or most traders. Number 1, we view core equity as different to profit equity. By that I mean core equity, that's the money you put in your account. You really consider it as yours, it's valuable, okay? When you make profits in the market, it's like you've been given the money by the market. You didn't have it in the first place. So a lot of traders psychologically don't really see it as theirs, and they're less likely to protect profit equity than core equity. They're more likely to want to increase profit equity. Now, in terms of in real life, this has been proved as well. If you consider people who spend with cash and debit cards will be much more careful with their purchases than people who use credit cards. Why is that? Because the credit card balance isn't seen so important. It's been gifted to you, so you're more likely to make a rash purchase. I think that's a good contrast with what happens between core equity, a trading account, and profit equity. Now, traders focus on a screen balance, not money. You just really see digits on a screen. I think you've got to see it as real money. Let me give you an example. I had an open profit of probably about $1,000, which I lost back really quickly. Okay, didn't really have a big impact on me yet. When I was at the cash point drawing out £50, I turned my back as the money came out of the machine to answer my phone. A little child came up, swiped it and ran off. Well, I was furious. Why was I furious? Because I could see the real money. I was focused on the money, not just the screen balance. I think, when you got a big profit, just think of it in pure hard cash terms and what you could do with it. So try and feel really attached to pound notes rather than just seeing digits. Now, in terms of money, is seen as a basic need as society has developed. It's up there with food or sex, and that means it is going to trigger a hormonal response in the body. Now, making money actually releases 2 hormones, dopamine and testosterone. Now, dopamine is that kind of feel-good hormone. You get a bit of a buzz. It can be released in a number of ways. Making money definitely releases it. People who gamble obviously get a dopamine hit as well. And I think in terms of, you hear a lot about trader addiction. Trader addiction comes from when traders actually want the buzz and the thrill of risking and making money. Okay, it's not the money they're so focused on; it's the buzz. And yeah, a lot of traders simply can never keep their profits because they always want more. They just seek that thrill or buzz. Now, testosterone basically makes us more confident. We become competitive, and we want to take risks. Yeah, testosterone boosts our appetite for risk. So testosterone, I've done a whole video on it and its impact in trading. It's a hormone that loops back to the brain, okay, and reinforces the greed that you feel, i.e. you want to make more money. And yeah, when you think about it, when you're making money, it's not just in your mind you're feeling good, you're feeling better in your body. You just kind of feel like you want to walk taller, you just feel better, and you get that brain body feedback loop which you need to control if you want to hang on to your profits. Now, in terms of point 5, it's Forex trades have no end. They don't. You have to bring the trade to an end. Now, when traders are making money, of course, yeah, there's always that greed coming into play, being reinforced by hormones that more money could be made. You actually have to decide when enough is enough. So I think in terms of those 5 reasons I've given you there, I think, yeah, a lot of traders suffer from one or all of them. Now, let's look at how we can combat them and basically hold on to our profits. We'll go back after that short summary there. And now, in terms of actually not giving your profits back to the markets, I think one fact will always help you if you keep it in mind. The fact is this, okay? The market can only be right, you can only be wrong. Now, that's obviously true, isn't it? The market price is always right. Now, a lot of traders try and fight that fact or don't want to really accept it, even though they know it's true. So what do I mean by that? Well, when they've got an open profit in the market, they want to take it because they might regret that it runs more in their favour once they're out the market. They could have had more profit. Well, my view to that is that if you had an objective, you've achieved what you wanted, okay, you should be happy with it. The fact the market runs on, should be of no concern to you whatsoever, because you cannot always be right. The market can only always be right. So I think you've achieved your objective. That is it. Regret is one of those things that really does cause traders to lose money. I'll give you another instance where I've seen regret come into play. Trader does a good trade, hits their target, bank their profit, then suddenly it's running on. They'll come back in the market and chase the trade higher or lower, whichever way they were going. And yeah, they're not looking at the probability of the trade continuing. They just feel they're missing out on money they could have had, and normally it doesn't work for them. Now, in terms of, let's say, when you've got a really good profit in the markets, a lot of traders want to gear it up. Obviously, the emotions are there, the hormones are coming into play, want to increase their exposure. But if you've got a good profit, of course, you're going to increase your profit potential by, let's say, doubling it up. But a recoil against you will have to be less now to take all your profit back, won't it? My own view is decent profit, I would look normally to take half in. Okay, so I'm going to get something, and then use my stops for protection on the other open part of the trade, and hopefully they'll hit my targets as well. Now, in terms of when I've got trades in the market, what I like to do is always look at the percentage increase on all the trades in terms of the account, okay? And what I do is I normally have a figure, it's a set figure, it's 10%. Okay, if I've suddenly got 10% profit on my account with my open positions, I will generally just shut down all of them, bank the profit, and then come back and look at the markets objectively. Now, in terms of that 10%, I've learned over the years that when I've got that amount of money open in the markets, chance of losing it will, increasing much more are not that great. I'm happy with I've got 10% happy. That's it. Look at the market again. Now, in terms of obviously when we're looking at those emotional responses, if you know that they're there, if you know obviously your hormones are coming into play, you could be aware of what is happening and basically see things in a cold, detached light, and keep those hormones and emotions under control. And in Forex, you've got to call an end to the trades. And I think if you put simple rules in place to do that, I mean, I've just given you some of the ones that I use, then okay, you're not going to be perfect. You may not get all the profit that you could have had, but you'll have achieved decent profits, which I'm assuming is most people's objective. And as I said earlier on, you can be happy with what you got. Now, in terms of the video, that's it for today. Just going to play out with that bear again and make sure that you don't lose the money, or as he is, the salmon. Okay, thank you for watching me as usual.
Which is why others, driven by instincts of their own, are waiting. John West endures the worst to bring you